Pastor Lucas Merritt, and I'm doing the devotion for Monday, March 12th. Reading from today is Exodus chapter 15, verses 22 through 27, and I'm reading from the New American Bible. Then Moses led Israel forward from the Red Sea, and they marched out to the wilderness of Shur. After traveling for 3 days through the wilderness without finding water, they arrived at Marah, where they could not drink its water because it was too bitter. Hence, this place was called Marah. As the people grumbled against Moses, saying, "What are we to drink?" he cried out to the Lord, who pointed out to him a piece of wood. When he threw it into the water became fresh. It was here that God, in making statutes and ordinances for them, put them to the test. He said, "If you listen closely to the voice of the Lord, your God, and do what is right in his eyes, if you heed his commandments and keep all of his statutes, I will not afflict you with any of the diseases with which I afflicted the Egyptians, for I, the Lord, am your healer." Then they came to Elim, where there were 12 springs of water and 70 palm trees, and they camped there near the water. Here ends the reading. Trusting in God is not a one-time experience. It is something that has to happen again and again. Oftentimes, God shows up in a big way, and one might be tempted to think that that would carry him or her through for a while. However, in today's reading, we find out that trusting is not as easy as it seems. Today's reading takes place immediately after the Israelites saw the Red Sea open before them. They crossed over dry ground to safety and have been saved from the Egyptians, one of the biggest moments in their history. But 3 days later, we find them complaining about the water quality. It seems like just having witnessed an amazing event and an example of God's controlling water, they would have had a little bit more trust and patience. But they didn't. They just grumbled. And not surprisingly at all, God comes through for them again. We are not that different. We live in a time where we expect to have what we want and to have it now. We get frustrated when things don't go our way. Even though we are not in a physical wilderness, many of us are in a spiritual or mental wilderness. The good news is that no matter where we are, God continues to show up and give us what we need. Let us pray. Lord, provide us with our daily bread and open our eyes to your amazing creative power. Amen.